Rightio. I think I got myself on here now. Already got Josh on here. What's going on, mate? How you doing? What's up? Hope you can hear me. Hope you can hear my audio. Just yell out in the chat section if you can hear my microphone. Just a bit of an audio check. Chat section. Actually, yeah, I can hear it. Never mind. How's things? Yeah, not too bad, mate. Heading out of lockdown, aren't we? Go out metal detecting on Friday. How's that sound? Yeah, I'm live and I can hear you. That's good. I don't know if that is good. I don't know if people want to put up with me for however long. Yeah. We got 2 people in the chat, or 2 viewers, so welcome along, everyone. Nice to have you here on this, what day is it? Wednesday. Yeah, this Wednesday night, or wherever you might be. Might be morning, might be lunchtime. Probably mostly everyone's from Australia, I'd say. How you going, Peter? Hope you're having a good day, mate. The audio's okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Nice to have you along. So this is somewhat of a random stream again. I did put a post up. I don't know if anyone saw it on my YouTube channel. I don't know, it sort of made a bit of a theme, I guess, about sharing each other's, I don't know, what's your most exciting or interesting find? So I guess that was going to be the theme of this live stream. So if anyone wants to actually, first of all, if anyone wants to join, if anyone wants to do a face-to-face video chat, I'll put up this link. And you can join in. You can say good day. That's what this StreamYard is all about. So I do ask, though, if you want to jump on, just, keep the language to PG rated. Just to respect everyone's, because I've got a wide range of viewers, so I don't want to be upsetting anyone. So, yeah, click on that link there in the chat if you want to do a voice face chat thing. Yeah, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, and we can just have a bit of a banter session, talk about gold, talk about anything really. But yeah, if you don't want to jump on again, that's fair enough. I understand it is probably a late evening for everyone. You'll probably want to just go to bed. Probably got to go to work the next day or whatever. That's fine. Yeah. So let us know in the chat what has been your most interesting or favorite finds, whether metal detecting or with a gold pan, whatever it might be. Maybe I might start it off, I guess. I guess I've done a fair bit of coin detecting, actually. And your best finds have been just gold. Yeah. Hey, gold's good, mate. Chasing gold. Oh, that's what your name is, Chasing Gold, Australia. Yeah, but what's your best nugget? Has it been a did it look like anything? Did it resemble anything? Or like were you just having a cracking day that day and you just, yeah. Actually, I found a gold nugget. It was only a small one. It was about the size of, it was a sub-gram, like 0.1 of a gram, I'd say. Probably less even. But it was in the shape of a C. Like it was like someone rolled a bit of dough and then bent it around to the shape of the letter C. And I'm like, yeah, it's like my name. Yeah, so that was a interesting find. It's funny, like gold, it's just, I've seen a lot of photos of how, you see photos of nuggets and some of them in the shape sort of like of Australia, others are like, the shape of an eagle or whatever it might be, it's just weird. Like gold's just so random, it seems, but you think something that's randomly formed and yet it can come out in crazy shapes like that, like that resembles something. So, yeah. Have I heard any reports regarding the GPX 6000? Not overly. Not any outstanding reports really, other than you see people post stuff up on Facebook all the time about, here's a handful of gold I found going over an old patch. But I mean, yeah, when I see reports like that, though, you sort of take it with a grain of salt because, the first metal detectors, that came over to Australia, they weren't anywhere near as powerful as the machines now, but they were picking up bags of gold, So you could swing the old SD2000, like that detector's probably 30 years old. You could swing that out in an untouched virgin patch and you'll be finding handfuls of gold, So it is what it is. There's a saying, the gold, you have to walk over it. And what was that bit? Was it the Hand of Faith nugget that was found in the 80s, I think it was? And that was only a few inches under the ground. You could probably buy like a cheap Dick Smith metal detector that would have found that, you just got to walk over it and dig it up. So I don't know. Yeah, you hear reports and that, and I reckon, yeah, probably is worth it. I mean, if I had the coin, like disposable coin to buy a 6000, I reckon I would buy it just for the weight. What is it? 2.4 kilograms or something? Well, the SDC, that's like weighs over 3. Maybe even 4 kilograms, and that's not as comfortable as the grip, the handle and that. So I find my shoulder gets sore without using a bungee strap, harness. I even use a strap with me. The bungee with me gold monster, and that's as light as anything. But I've got pretty bad shoulders from years of riding BMX and throwing myself around and getting hurt. So yeah, that's about it there. You pulled heaps of species. Yeah, I have been hearing chasing gold. Yeah, you've been pretty good with the pulling up species. Yeah. But what's your best day then? Like, how many pieces in a day do you reckon you'd find or have found? Yeah. Or what's your fun? Just a funny story, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting old. Yeah. I'll put it this way: I'm not 18 years old anymore. I'm over 30. But that's still young, but still not a spring chicken anymore. Hey, so looks like I've got 5 viewers. So welcome along, all you guys. This video is basically just a chill out kind of chat video. I guess the theme is well, I called the video, viewer chat hour and bantering. I don't know. That name is subject to change. Yeah, but anyway, 20 odd bits in a couple of hours. Yeah, well, that's a good day. Yeah, I reckon any day, like anytime you find gold is a good day. Like even if it's only a small bit. Like I'd say when I go out with the SDC, it's probably I'd say I probably got about an 85-90% success rate for finding gold. It all depends. If I go back to a spot where I've like always found gold, I know I'm going to find something there eventually. But if I just go out and just a random spot, try somewhere new and I'm not really going to expect to find anything. But you got to go out of your comfort zone. You got to try new places, don't you? Because that's how I find some of my or some of these good spots that have produced a lot. If I didn't go out exploring, I wouldn't have found them. So, yeah. Is that with a gold monster, Josh? Found those 20 odd bits. Yeah. Those things are crazy sensitive. Yeah. I should text Mark, tell him to get on here. He'll chat. Well, allowed to play music on here? I don't know. Probably get copyright striked or something though. Yeah. Well, it's worth it. Do it for the viewers, man. But yeah, we're coming out of lockdown in Victoria, regional Vic. So that's good. But knowing our luck, it'll probably be pouring down rain, so I have to stay home anyway. Yeah. Anyway, sent good old Mark from Chasing Gold Australia. No, what's his name? Yeah, Bushwick Marky, that's his name. Yeah. Hopefully he comes on here. Yeah, I'll probably get a copyright, mate. Yeah. So I hope everyone's had a good week so far. It's hump day, and I think we got some pretty good news though with this lockdown and that. So I think that's put the spring in in a lot of people's what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it's got everyone pumped up to get out and do stuff again. Yeah, but we're not here to talk about pandemics and stuff. We're here to talk about gold. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we're dropped down to 3 people. Oh, well. They probably see me and go, well, it's just this guy again. Yeah. Sunday, showers, but the rest of the week, good. Yeah. I think the weather should start picking up, shouldn't it? Like, I know it's already starting to warm up a little bit. Well, the days are getting longer, aren't they? I just noticed it was like 6:45 or something before we had the last light. I'm like, oh, yeah. Not long now before we're in daylight savings, so we get heaps of daylight then. Yeah. Hey, Marky. Marky. Marky's in the house. What's going on? Hey, how are you, bro? How you coping? Feel free to jump on if you want to video chat with me. We can talk some trash about gold or metal detecting. Just ask that you keep the swearing to a minimal. No, I'll put that. Yeah, I'll put that link back up. Can't wait for Friday. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll put that link in again. Oh, copy. And then just go paste. There we go. Yeah. I know no one's game enough to FaceTime me. Playing Gold Rush on Xbox. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about playing. I've got Gold Rush on the PC, and I was thinking about maybe streaming that and playing it. But I got to put in a few hours just to get up and going because people wouldn't find it interesting if I'm just working out how to play the game. Because people just want to find the gold. No guts, no glory. Yeah, so anyway. That's pretty much what I've been up to lately. Well, haven't been up to much at all really because of in house arrest. We've all been in house arrest in Victoria. So you'll have to try it. Yeah, I don't know. Josh, you don't strike me as being a gamer type bloke. Although you're not that old, so you're probably used to playing the old Nintendo, Super Nintendo. That was probably back in your day. Yeah, Peter, you love your gold monster, SD the 2300. But I want the GPX 6, but we'll find it. But we'll find it to part with $8,000 just now with the lockdown. Yeah, yeah, I'm inclined to agree. It's $8,000. It's a lot of money just to outlay on something that at the moment you can't really use it much, can you? I mean, I suppose people buy, depends on what your hobby is. I mean, people buy, like $20,000 boats or whatever, and you can only take them out a couple of times a year. So, but, yeah, I suppose like metal detecting, you got the chance of making a bit of money back. Yeah, it's not like motorbike riding. You spend thousands on a motorbike, and all you got to do is drop it, and then you break a clutch lever, a brake lever, or break a fender off, and then you spend got to spend a couple $100 to get it fixed. It's like, oh, expensive hobby. Yeah, if metal detectors, at least my labs, they hold their value pretty decent. I see, yes, the 2300s are still holding their price pretty good. I mean, I've had mine since 2015 or something, and they're still selling for second-hand ones. They're still going for around $3,000 or something, So, yeah. So we'll just check the comments here. Not a gamer at all, Josh? Yeah, Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, classics, man. Back when the pixels hurt your eyes. Yeah. Good combo, the monster and the 45. Yeah, yep. I agree. Depends on the ground, though, too, I suppose. I've been hearing that in Western Australia, the monsters don't do real well because of how mineralised the ground is. But that can also vary as well. You could get some malachite heaps that aren't very mineralised. You can swing the monsters over that, I guess, and you could do all right. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying, though, Peter? Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess, yeah. I mean, people have a hobby of, cars as well. Like, how many times do people with these collectible cars, how often would they use them? Probably once or twice a year, if that. And then they just sit in the shed under a cover. But I suppose, they do. They are a bit of investment too. You just got to look at some of these Holdens and stuff now. That not too many years ago, we would have thought, oh, they're just paddock bombs, paddock bashes. But now they seem to be going up in price. So, yeah. Yeah, I heard the Sadie coil's good for cleaning up, Josh. And I believe, they're 14-inch Elite. It's pretty good. You got a V in Calais. Been sitting for 2 years. Yeah. I think if you get the ones with the sunroof, they can be of pretty good value. I'm not too sure, though. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not a Holden aficionado or expert. Nor am I Ford. I'm neither Ford nor Holden. I'm not a. I don't play that game, so I just have a car that starts and stops and gets me from point A to point B without having to go to point C. That's all I'm worried about. Yeah. There you go, Tom. Good to have you on, mate. Have I ever ventured towards Whipstick Forest for a swing? The closest I've got to Whipstick is Castlemaine, actually. That was probably in 2018, I reckon. I don't really travel too far, really, to over gold fields. I think the latest trip I did was at the start of the year, and that was up to Malden. It was actually between Malden and Castlemaine, in that area somewhere. That was the last time I travelled to get to a gold field. So, but I've been hearing good things. I've been hearing people always finding gold around there. So, but I'm open to the idea of going there. if you live over that way, Tom. You had a Ford Escort. You sold it for some Jim Beam. You sold it. You swapped it. You mean? I suppose when you're young and dumb, you do stuff like that. I think of the what was it? The Geminis. People love them now. People do them up for skid rigs and stuff. Yeah, it's just like Tiranas. Like, I don't know. People always just. Well, it's like anything, I guess. You don't think. A lot of people don't think, oh, is this thing going to be a collectible, 20, 30 years from now? But, people just think of, you know what I'm saying. They just living in the moment. Yeah. At least you got good memory of it though. Probably the best Jim Beam that you ever had. Yeah. Or maybe not. Could have been warm. Could have been room temperature. Imagine that. Ugh. Hey, so anyway, good to have you along, Tom, Josh, Marky, Peter, if you're still there. Yeah, all the cars I had and trashed are worth big cash now. Yeah, yeah. But it's like I was saying, you don't think about that at the time. You just, yeah. I mean, if everyone had that same mentality that, oh, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, I'm just, well, it doesn't make sense really. Like, it's like if you need to buy 2 brand new cars, and you say, I'm just gonna leave this car wrapped up, untouched, and just have it sitting there for 50 years and hope it's gonna increase in value while you drive this other one, use it as your daily get around. Most people aren't going to do that, especially with cars, because you don't know if it's going to depreciate. Well, most cars depreciate in value as soon as they hand over the keys to you. That's it loses like probably half of its market value. Like, yeah. But yeah, you had fun. You want to head up north a bit? Yeah, why not? Australia's a big place. I wouldn't mind heading over west if they ever let us, open the borders and all that. Yeah. You should wear snake guards in the Golden Triangle. Not a bad idea, Peter. Yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of snakes around here. I personally haven't come across any snakes while metal detecting, but I'm probably stupid and don't really think about it. But I normally go metal detecting wearing long pants anyway, even in summer. So mainly because I just hate sticks and stuff getting in my boots and that. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. Even if you don't have snake guards, probably not a bad idea to have a snake bite kit in your vehicle, a venom kit, whatever you call it, which is something I don't have either. But anyway, better to be prepared than safe and sorry. Yeah, better to be prepared and not need it than to need it and not have it. So. Yeah, but there is definitely, especially if you look at the Golden Triangle, I found more up north where it's more, not a lot of vegetation. There'll still be snakes, but it's not, you're probably not as likely to find a snake as if you're in scrubby, a lot of vegetation, like moss, that sort of thing. But saying that, north, like the top sort of, Maryborough, Bendigo, Golden Triangle, and up north it gets hotter. And yeah, as you know, snakes love the warm weather. So yeah, that's my advice. Yeah, that's my advice, Peter. So yeah, hate for someone to get tagged by a snake and wouldn't be a good outcome. So yeah, I think I'm running out of steam here now. So how long have I been live for? Can I tell? I don't know. Must be about half an hour or more. Yeah. Yeah, Magnum boots that are leather with no steel caps. They work well. Oh, yeah, that's what you want. I used to get around in like an old pair of Etnies skate shoes. That did well until I got a bit of a hole in it, and I'll be detecting in walking around wet ground and get wet socks. So gave that the flick. Yeah. Oh, top left. Yeah. Should have known that. I did know that, Marky, but I'm a little bit on the tired side at the moment. Yeah. How are the kids going? Are they still, are they going back to school, Mark? Or are they still homeschooling or after this lockdown's over? No worries, Peter. Yeah, happy to help out. Okay, Tom. Not sure what you mean. War stories, biggest nugget, and tell us the state, not place. Do you want me? I don't have any war stories, actually. Oh, actually, hang on. No, not really. Other than getting bogged and, falling over and graze your knee sort of thing. Okay, yeah, my biggest nugget is I don't have it here, actually. I should have prepared that more, and I can show you and be like, hey, check out this big nugget. I've got pictures of it on one of my old videos, actually. Yeah, my biggest nugget was a 2.8 grammer, and actually, there's a bit of a story. I'll try and not drag it out, but I was got permission from permission for private land, and because I knew I driven past his place plenty of times and noticed and there was diggings in the front yard, and he got a bulldozer in and he filled it all in because he wanted a flash looking front yard, whatever, cleaning up. He didn't want a front yard full of holes, basically. So anyway, I knocked on the door and all right, you can go ahead. Knock yourself out. And so I was using the 2300. Found little tiny bits, not many, probably 3 or 4 sub-grammers, like 0.1 grammers, in the mullock heaps that this bulldozer pushed over, flattened it out. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is good, but it's not, really exciting. But so I knew he had a back paddock with a dam on it, and I've always got a keen eye on dams because they take that. If a dam is, say, 3 meters deep, they've dug down 3 meters and then thrown it up on top of the dam bank. So if you've got shallow diggings in the area, shallow meaning 10 foot or whatever it is, what's a meter in feet? About 3.5 foot. So if they dug a 3 meter dam, that's basically on pay dirt, isn't it? So, so I went down to this bloke's back paddock and, just having a bit of a detect and, started picking up, some nuggets, some good sized nuggets. And that's where I found a 2.8 grammer on that dam bank. But I almost threw it away because it was pitch black at that time, because I ran out of daylight. And I'm like, oh, I'm here now. I want to just, make the most of the time. And yeah, and I only have the little iPhone 4 flashlight. And then I'm like, because I got a little bit of rubbish in it too. So I'm like, oh, it's pretty heavy. It's just going to be a big bit of lead or something. And I thought I was just going to chuck it back. But then I'm like, no, hang on to it. And then I got back to you and the door light. I looked at it and I'm like, that's gold. Yeah. So I almost threw it back because it was pitch black and I couldn't see what I was doing. So, but I'm glad I didn't, because someone would have just gone down to check the pump on the at the dam and gone, oh, that's a funny looking rock. Yeah. Yeah, got to get these kids to bed. No worries, Mark. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we'll hit the bush again soon. Just gonna have a drink of me vodka. Vodka zero. No, it's just water. So does that count as a war story or biggest nugget? Tom, if you're still here, you've probably made you fall asleep, haven't I? Yeah. Hey, Anthony, how did you get in here? How did you get... Anthony, when did you get in here? Nice to have you on, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good week so far. Yeah. Do you do a bit of prospecting, Tom, or metal detecting, or you just got some interest in it, or yeah? You come on about 6 minutes ago? Oh, no worries. Yeah. Sorry I didn't see you earlier, mate. I was too focused on telling my story. Yeah. Someone said they found a... Oh, it was you, Anthony. You found a 3.35 grammer in Wedderburn. Nice. Have you still got it? I wouldn't mind seeing it, actually. Yeah. Damn, well, that's clever. Yeah. I don't know, I just thought it would be the logical spot to check. Yeah. I mean, often hear people say, oh, I'd love to detect that dam when it dries out, because then they can get right down to the bottom. But what you don't realise is that as they build the dam, the dirt that comes from the bottom ends up at the top of the bank. Well, that also depends on how they build it too. Generally, yeah, the deepest ground that's closest to your pay would be at the top of the bank. But yeah, it all depends on how they built it. If you got earth moving experience and experience in that field, you'd have more of an idea. Usually, if they use a scraper, like a big machine, a belly drum scraper, you find the dirt would be the dirt that's closest to the pay layer would be near the top of the bank and running down the back of the dam bank, because they scrape it out the bottom in they take off, a few inches at a time, maybe more, and they do it in a big swipe, and then they dump it gradually as they get out, climb out of the dam they're building. So, Whereas if you do it with an excavator, usually they can dig deeper in one spot and they throw it behind it, and then they move over, like track over, and then start digging. So then you got a mixture of shallow dirt and deeper dirt in the bank. So it all depends on how how the dam's been made as to whether the gold rich dirt is closer to the top or not. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's getting late. I can tell because I'm starting to ramble. So, am I pumped about getting out Friday? Yeah, absolutely. I really feel for you guys in Melbourne, actually. Really do. It's hard. So that was the whole reason why I wanted to start this live stream, actually, because times are hard, and I want to try and stay connected. I think Australians are a proud sort of bunch of people. They sort of don't want to ask for help, sort of thing. They don't want to acknowledge that there's something wrong, or they feel like, I don't need help. But in reality, we do need each other, even if we just, we don't need to know the exact problems or whatever, but just like my wife was down the street the other day, and she's probably can hear me saying this, but because of this lockdown, haven't seen anyone face to face really, and just someone in the store, and it's just like you stop and had a quick 5-minute chat while they're waiting in line, and she's like, that was like, I felt like that was something I needed, like so it's like, I feel like I haven't talked to someone face to face for ages, even though she lives with me, which is, I'm probably one of the most annoying people to live with, but you know what I mean, though. Like, we're social creatures, they say. Yeah, Josh, if that vodka is getting to my head, if that's if this is what water's doing to me head, imagine what vodka would do. Probably wouldn't be good. Oh dear. We got 7 viewers. Welcome along, everyone. If you want to add into this conversation, feel free to comment. What we're doing is just chatting about anything gold related, or in this case, lockdowns. Feel free to jump in the chat and ask some questions, or even just say g'day. Yeah, happy that everyone's taking their time out of their evening or morning, wherever you may be, just to, yeah. But at the same time, it's all right if you got stuff to do. That's all right as well, Yeah. It was fun getting out last time for Monsters. Definitely do it again. Yeah. I've got to dust off the high banker. I haven't actually used it for probably 2 years. So, should do it sooner rather than later while there's still water around. Maybe even on Friday. Hey, Victorian Gold Hunters. Nice to have you on board, mate. Yes, I am in regional Victoria, And I believe we are coming out of lockdown tomorrow night. I think a lot of people are sort of getting into party mode sort of thing over that. But it's still sort of a semi-lockdown, isn't it, though? Like I think we're not allowed to have visitors in our homes. Yeah. So we still got to be cautious, even though, it's like, yeah, you're out of lockdown, but yeah, you just got to look at, shepherding sort of thing. Yeah, it only takes one person and the place goes belly up sort of thing. So, but no, very happy to be coming out of lockdown, but at the same time, yeah, really thinking about those who are in Melbourne or other places that aren't so fortunate. Yeah, at least we can go to Tecton again. Yeah, absolutely. Keep my sanity. Yeah, I mean, hasn't been too bad because we had some pretty ordinary weather. Like we had some really rainy days and that sort of thing where you couldn't really. I mean, unless you're stupid like me, you just go outside anyway. But it was some pretty ordinary weather when we're in lockdown sort of thing. So that was not too bad. But yeah, if it was like, if it was just perfect weather, like today, it was where I am, it was like blue sky and like 15 degrees. Like that's perfect weather. Then if you were in lockdown, it would be, the real kick in the ribs. It's like, oh, perfect weather, but you can't go anywhere. It's like, oh, but that's just what we're dealing with, isn't it? We got to play it safe. The gold's always going to stay there. The virus doesn't steal the gold, so yeah. So let's check the chat again. Once guys are free. Yeah, not a bad idea, Josh. I'll be in on that. Maybe meet out at Creswick or who knows? Maybe we could all just pick a spot in Castlemaine or Maryborough. I haven't actually been out to Maryborough for a fair while. Not that I've done real great out there. Any predictions on gold's value from? I'm sorry, I don't want to try and pronounce your name because I think it looks Russian. Yeah, look, I don't have a crystal ball. I think from last year it was pushing close to $3,000 an ounce in Australian, which is probably the highest it's been for a long time. But now it's dropped down a bit more. Yeah, gold is it's a finicky market. Yeah, it's a gamble to say the least. And it's all sort of driven by big companies. I sort of feel. When I sort of had a like, I don't know, kind of have a theory that when the world is in an unstable economic state, like we saw with the pandemic, then the price of gold seems to go up. Don't take Don't take this as financial advice or anything. This is just from my observation, uneducated observation. Yeah, the more controversy in the world, it seems, the price of gold goes up because, money, the value of a dollar in the world, that changes, and that can all, people lose faith in. It's all to do with like investments and stocks and blah, 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 and people just, it's over my head, but I hope that was any help to you. But I'm not, I'm not a, even the professional guys who, talk it, who, try and give out, they think, what's the word for it? There's a word for it. The reckoners, because they always reckon, I reckon it's going to be this, or I reckon the price of that's going to go up or down. Yeah. A lot of the time they don't really know either, so no one really knows. So, but one thing is guaranteed though, if you buy gold now as an investment and it goes down, well, obviously that's not good, but it's almost guaranteed that it's always going to go up again and most likely past the price you bought it at. So it could be 10 years from now that the price will go up. Could be 50 years from now. It could go, skyrocket 50,000 an ounce or whatever. But there's just no way of knowing really. But but gold seems to always be in demand, and the price goes up and down. So it's still an investment, even if you buy it at a higher price than it is now. Because 5 years down the track, it could go up, and then all of a sudden, you decide, I'm going to offload that, and you've made whatever the difference is that you paid for it. So. Yeah, and I don't believe gold is taxable unless you are selling it in over 3,000 ounces a year, I believe, in Australia. Something like that. Yeah. It costs $400 an ounce for big mining companies to process gold, so there is incentive to mine. Do you mean big mining companies pay $400 an ounce, or they get paid $400 an ounce? Not sure what you mean there, Tom. Yeah. You can just clarify that in the chat. Yeah. And I'll get back to you. Last year's talk was it was going to be 5K an ounce, then by the end of last year. So, no one really knows. Yeah. It's a bit like Bitcoin, isn't it? Like, what started off as a bit of a joke, a bit of a underground thing, and was worthless, and now 10, 15 years later, it's over $20,000 a Bitcoin or more, or actually I don't know how much Bitcoin is at the moment. I'll check that. Bitcoin price. Oh, $63,000 Australian for one Bitcoin. So Who would have predicted that? You know? Yeah. So no one really knows. Like I said, it's a finicky market. People can have all these conspiracy theories about why the price goes up and down, or the Illuminati controls the price. It's all fixed, blah blah blah. And there probably is to some extent. I don't know, but is it really worth getting all worked up about it? Like, there's nothing we can do to change it. So, yeah. So, now I know what you mean, Tom. Yeah. So, yeah, yep. That makes sense now. To get 1 ounce of gold, it costs them $400 to get it. Yeah. Yeah, when you think about Kalgoorlie, those big open cut mines, a huge expense. It always made me wonder that big open cut mine, why don't they have, instead of like 100 of these dumpers, and they drive around and round and round, like I've heard that it's like a 45-minute round trip to get from the bottom, get loaded, and get back to the top. And I'm thinking, like, what if you just built a conveyor belt that goes straight from the top to the bottom? And I mean, that's what the coal mines do. Like, they've got these big, like, face shovels on a wheel. A wheel, there's probably some name for it, but yeah, and it just goes straight into a conveyor belt, and it runs kilometers. I understand it'll probably be a huge outlay to set up that kind of system, but so is buying a dumper truck. Like, think of it. Some of these mines, they got like 100 of these huge dumpers, and they got to pay. I mean, some of them are robotic, but they've still, a lot of them have still got human operators in them. So, those guys are on like, what, 120,000 a year or something, or whatever it is. So once you start thinking about that, and you think about the cost of just running a conveyor belt straight from the bottom up to the plant, it's like, yeah, because you only got to get it set up there once, and then only pay for your maintenance. Anyway, I'm rambling. Maybe someone has put that idea to them, but the price they were going to ask for would probably be insane. Yeah, you heading off, Josh? Yeah, no worries, mate. You probably got work to do tomorrow, so that's fine. Great to have you on anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I've been live for about an hour now. I probably might start trying to wrap this up unless anyone wants to, ask any questions or chat, or wants to share anything interesting. But also, I'll stay online if anyone wants to do a face-to-face voice chat, FaceTime thing. Yeah. If you want to join in with your video camera, just click on that link again, and I can add you in. We can, have a chat or whatever. No stress. Yeah, I understand. It's probably getting late. People just want to go to bed. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Tom. I actually forgot to. Yeah, so you're into dirt fishing? Yeah. the best type of fishing. Is that for gold? Well, obviously gold, but do you do what's your preference? Gold, like gold nuggets, or coins and relics sort of thing, or both? We got one person in here. I know who he is. I don't know if I should let him join though. Fine, I'll let him in. Here he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just blowing some time, you know.
you wouldn't be able to be doing too much of the old dirt fishing at the moment, would you?
Nah, not really. But I reckon we're coming out of lockdown tomorrow night. So, regional Victoria is. Yeah.
Do they have any limits on what we're allowed to do, or can we go for a swing?
I think you're allowed to do whatever you want.
About time.
About time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, like you got to stay, social distancing.
Well,
yeah.
I don't want to get close enough for me boots to set your detector off anyway. So I hardly think that'll be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you still got to. I think you're not allowed to have visitors indoors still, but you're allowed 10 people. Yeah, you're allowed to meet in 10 people outdoors or something like that.
That would be an interesting sight. 10 people with their detectors swinging around.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what they're worried about. Like these like metal detecting, you have to stay like 50 meters away from each other to do it.
Should have been one of the first things to open up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All these people, they're like, oh, I can't go to the pub. It's like, oh, we can't even go metal detecting. Like, we can only metal detect if we're like 50 meters apart.
I mean, yeah, it's like, oh, we should be allowed to play golf. Stuff golf. You gotta be too close to me. Get away from me.
Yeah. Golf is a posh sport anyway.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
All right, mate. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right.
Thanks for the chat. Catch you around, bro.
Yeah. Peace out. Yeah. There we go. Just like that, you can say g'day on the face thing that records your face and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah. On your Ben. Good to chat, have a chat. Yeah. You wonder who that was? That was my older brother. Oldest brother. I didn't realize he followed me channel. That's awkward. But anyway, I'm always a bit awkward, when people I know see my videos or channel or whatever. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, so what you been up to this week? Yeah, not a lot. Anthony. Work has slowed right down, so I'm fortunate to live on a bit of land and got quite a sizable garden and a lot of grass to mow. Also had to fix the ride on lawnmower, so yeah, that kept me going for a bit the other day. One of the belt that drives the drive wheels, tore that in half. So yeah, that was pull the whole bottom deck out to get to the pulleys to replace that belt. Wasn't that hard to do actually. Just a little bit of fiddling around. It was actually literally, I think it was 7 or 8 arc clips. You just take them out with needle nose pliers, drop your linkage arms, drop the belt off of the first pulley, then the whole deck just slides out. Yeah. Then you can get to the belt that drives the wheels. That wasn't as hard as I thought to replace either. Yeah, because some of the videos I watched on them being replaced, like, believe it or not, the diff, like right on lawnmower diff, rear diffs, some of them have got a fan. I never knew that. Some of them have got a fan to keep the diff cool. And I'm thinking, well, that's a bit under-engineered. You should, they shouldn't need, you should make them to withstand that heat. Like, yeah. But for this one, my one, didn't have a fan on it, so that was easy. Like, it was just it's an older model, so yeah, I don't know. You know what technology's like now? They seem to probably tomorrow's lawnmower is going to have Wi-Fi and satellite and, well, actually no, they're already making robot lawnmowers, aren't they? Those robot ones, and they're battery powered and stupid, and yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see them mow me block with gorse bushes anyway. Yeah. Have I detected my block? I've done a little bit of work on it with the Equinox, but that was for coins because I know there was a Chinese miners camp around here somewhere, and I'm just pointing to the sky like an idiot. But yeah, I heard there was the Chinese worked the gullies around here, and I heard there was a Chinese camp around here somewhere. So I went, I don't know, I didn't try real hard either. I found a 50-cent coin, so, yeah. I probably should do that tomorrow, actually. Dust off the Equinox, and I can, try find some relics or coins, especially where the grass is short and easy to dig, because I found with the Equinox, like, okay, here's a bit of a tip for y'all. When you go and coin and relic hunting, it's best to go in winter or when the ground has a lot more moisture. One reason being, when you cut a plug, what you call a plug, the dirt sticks together, so you pull it out, it's all still in a clump, and then you find your target and you put that plug back, and it's all still intact. But when I found if it's in summer, everything just crumbles up, powders to cracks up and just turns to powder, and little, and it's real messy. So that's one reason to go coin and relic hunting in the wetter months. Another reason is it's hard as all get out to dig. Because you never use a miner's pick or a prospecting pick when you're going coin hunting. That is the biggest no you can ever do, because you're just going to destroy the earth, like the ground around you, and if anyone else in the hobby sees you doing that and they want to keep the hobby alive, in terms of they don't want the councils, the states banning it, those people are going to tell you off, because it's like, it's like the rule if you're going out detecting for nuggets, like always backfill your holes, because you don't want park rangers shutting us out and that sort of thing. So, so you never use a pick, a prospecting pick. You always use a little screwdriver, or if you got one of those, if you need something bigger, like a shovel, narrow shovel. I actually got a small shovel from Bunnings, and I cut out the guts of it out a bit, so it's real narrow, but I left the foot holes in. I should do a video on that. Yeah. And that cuts nice little plugs about, that sort of round. Most of the time I don't have to pull the plug right out. I can just sort of flick it out and then flip back in. Yeah. Or use a small hand digger. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. Yeah. Even just a screwdriver, just something to just, stab in and you flick it up a bit. That's if the target's, fairly close to the ground, to the surface. The target's definitely in the ground. Getting tired. So, yeah. So, yeah, that was some tips, I guess, just randomly on using coin hunting, relics. Yeah. Yeah, but I've moved away from coins and relics at the moment. I think I was telling you guys this last week, whenever it was. Yeah, but I had a few council people rock up and tell me off, and had the cops called on me before, and I'm just like, I'm not enjoying this. Mind you, I found some pre-decimal coins, like a shilling, some shillings, Ram's Head shillings, which are my favourite. I got them not in this house, but I should get around to bringing all them and showing you guys that. Yeah. So I went away from gold and then got into when the Equinox came out. Yeah. I was got sick of people just just complaining, or just leave me alone. Like, it's hard to unwind and just tune the world out of your head by you just, it's hard to enjoy it when you got people watching you, and yeah. So that's why I've gone back to the bush. Go find some gold. But at the same time, I seem to keep finding more and more people out in the bush too. Like, which is good. Like, I mean, I don't own the bush. No one owns the Crown land. They've got just as much right to be out there as I do. So I can't be like, oh, get out of my. This is my area. This is my bit of paradise. Yeah. 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 But yeah, at the same time, you just wish you just just want to be left alone, and yeah. Hey, g'day, Berserk. Hey, didn't know you were in here. Yeah. Where does Jumba look for gems? That's a good question, actually. I wouldn't say she actively looks for gems, mainly because we're not really in a gem part of the world. But we would like to go up to Queensland. Hopefully do some opal hunting. But she does have quite the, I'll get my words out. She does have a pretty big collection, though. We actually had a conversation last week about her showing off some of these gems, and she can explain to you what they are and how they form and all that technical stuff. So hopefully one day in a future episode we can get that organised for you guys. So yeah, but at the moment, no, there's no real gems in the Golden Triangle. Maybe you might get some garnets are a big one where we are, but they're not really exciting. Smoky quartz, black quartz. I think you might be lucky if you find some. I don't know. I don't know a lot about gems. I should look more into it, but yeah. So I hope that answers your question. So I just realised it's 10 to 11, and I want to go to bed. So I've been chatting to you guys for too long. There are gems near Wagga. Gems have probably got to go, more north. Maybe like Beechworth. I think Dalesford even has some gems, if you know where to look. Got to get to where there was more volcanic action, I believe. I don't know. Clear crystals. Yeah, crystals are very common. You always find them in quartz. Yeah. Look up Wall and Liz on the tube. Maybe I will. Challenge accepted. Wall and Liz. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm already subscribed. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they do a lot of stuff. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I can. Hang on, let me try this for a second. Share screen. Just the window. Google Chrome tab. No, this window. Why is that not letting me do that? Oh, because I got to click there. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah. I think that's Wall and Liz. Quite a big channel. Yeah, they seem to have a lot of good stuff here. Gem and prospecting. Yeah, is that the ones you're talking of, Berserk? How do I unshare my screen now? Stop sharing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm pretty well spent. And thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate everyone, taking time out of their evening or their day just to say good day, just to watch me talk about anything. Yeah. Hope you've learned something anyway out of all of this. So, and yeah, just these videos, I guess, they're just help people to stay connected and help us to what am I trying to say? Yeah, like we all have this hobby, this interest, and it's good to meet like-minded people. Yeah, so just stay positive and tune out all the all the negative people, all the toxic people. No one needs that in their life. Yeah. No, you've missed most of my session, Berserk. Yeah, well, I'm going to leave this one live. Hopefully it gets uploaded to YouTube live like the last one. And if you want, you can just go back to it. I mean, you probably haven't missed out on much. I haven't really done much, but yeah. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, these videos are just to try to keep us all connected, and life's hard enough as it is. So I may as well try to give something positive back to the world. Yeah, and I might not be the most entertaining person, but yeah, I'm having a crack. Yeah. All right. Well, hope everyone has a good night or morning, wherever you might be. And thanks everyone for tuning in. And stay safe. Peace. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Catch you guys later.